Okay, perfect. So welcome everyone. Super excited to have you joining another Crypto the Right Way. Of course, for those that are joining for the first time, this is a partnership with KWI, No Wealth Investing, where we talk about, stocks, we'll talk about cryptocurrency, different ways that really you can just create an additional stream of income. So of course, every 2 weeks we have our cryptocurrency conversations. And of course, today we do have a special guest that's joining us, Julien, that's of course going to share some great information as well. So Julien, definitely feel free to introduce yourself.
Yes, so my name is Julien Mbony. I'm from Quebec City. I think we are the only province in Canada with a curfew. So, yeah. I've been involved in this cryptocurrency space since 2013. And at first, when I heard about Bitcoin, I was a TV analyst for a business channel, similar to BNN or CNBC, but with less budget. And I was among the first to talk about it positively on TV. And during that time, it was really risky to buy Bitcoin. It's not like today. Today, I think the ecosystem has evolved. There is big players, and it's safer to buy Bitcoin. And also, people need to know that in Canada, it's a good place. Actually, regulators are in favor of Bitcoin. So yeah, it's a good place to do business and also to buy and sell Bitcoin. So yeah, so over the years, I've started my first company was Aleni, which was a consultant firm, and I was helping people educate them basically to know how to buy and sell Bitcoin, what to do or what not to do. And I was also helping online businesses accept Bitcoin as a mean of payment on the internet. And fast forward to until today, so since 2019, with two of my friends, we've started ValeoX, which is an OTC desk. And we have business across Canada, and we help basically high network individuals and corporations who are looking to buy and sell Bitcoin. We provide them liquidity for that. So yeah, that's my background.
That's awesome. And what I'm excited about is the space that you're in, specifically when it comes to Bitcoin transaction, which is OTC, right?
Yeah.
And actually, we definitely would connect because I know I have, from time to time, I have clients that want to do larger transaction as well. So definitely we'll connect on that for sure. But maybe for people that are kind of new, do you want to kind of break down what OTC is, a little bit how it
Yeah.
works, who's like the target market for that?
Yeah, exactly. So OTC, it's over the counter. So in business, when we have a big buyer, you usually want to do it on the low. So you don't want to do it online with everybody in the market. So yeah, that's what OTC stands for. And trades are usually done by text messaging in a group, and it's a personalized service basically, where people throughout the process they have it's a personal service where we respond to all their questions, and we are able to help them to support them throughout the process until Bitcoin are in their wallets. So that's what we do in OTC business.
Okay, very cool. And your when it comes to your like clientele or like your target market, I know of course more like high net worth clients, but is there a specific number when it comes to that, like in terms of who would fit in that bracket?
It depends, but our average trade is between 5,000 to 10,000. That's the minimum. That's our average trade. But yeah, I have most of my friends that do 500 or more. They can also trade with us. But how it works is that fees they will range between 1.5 and 3.5%, depending on the amount you're going to trade. So yeah, it's if you're trading a big amount, fees will be less, and if you do a small amount, the fee may be a little bit high compared to a online crypto exchange.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
I do want to take the chance to kind of give the floor to anyone if anyone has questions about OTC and how those transactions work, or Bryce, if you wanted to step in, if you had any questions as well for Julien.
No, it's all good. I'm looking at the chat though.
So I can break down the different way to buy Bitcoin in Canada. So first of all, imagine you've done all your due diligence. You've read the Bitcoin white paper. That's the first step. And you're ready to buy Bitcoin. There are three questions that you have to ask yourself. First one is, how much do you want to buy? Okay, is it a small amount or a big amount? It's an important question because the platform you'll be choosing will depend on the amount you want to buy. Also, how often are you going to buy? Do you plan to buy at once or to do a dollar cost averaging over time? And the last question is, which wallet are you going to use to store your Bitcoin? So that's maybe the most important question. So right now, what we're seeing about people, you have access, you can buy Bitcoin over Coinbase, but people need to know that Coinbase is like a bank. So once you buy Bitcoin on those online platforms, you have to store them on your wallet that you are in control of the private key. Private key, for those who don't know, it's a seed phrase between 12 to 24 words that you will write down on a piece of paper and you will store them. It's your backup to your wallet. So that's the question you have to ask yourself before doing the first transaction, and it also determine which platform you're going to use. And here in Canada, there is lots of way to buy Bitcoin. I can break them in 4 categories. So the first one is you can buy Bitcoin on the stock market. You can buy Bitcoin on crypto exchanges, online exchanges, buy Bitcoin ATMs, or do OTC platform. Do you have any question, or do you want me to go ahead?
Yeah, I would be curious about especially the stocks one. So like how you can buy
Yes.
Bitcoin stock exchange.
So on the stock market, there are two funds that are listed on the Toronto Stock Exchange. The first one is BTCC, and the second one is QBTC. That's the tickers. So those Bitcoin ETF funds, what's good about them is that they're really convenient for people who don't want to hold Bitcoin. Okay, I don't know. Me, it's not my case. I want to hold Bitcoin, but there's some people who are still afraid and they don't know how to set up the wallet, and they just want to have to get exposed to the Bitcoin price. So they're good for that. And also, what is good with those funds is that Bitcoin are physically settled and held in a cold storage. So each time people buy those funds, the administrator go on the market and they buy Bitcoin and they hold them in a cold storage. And also it's a great alternative if you want to hold or have exposure in your TFSA savings account or in your RSP account. So that's the cons for the people buying crypto on the stock market. That's the pros, sorry. But the cons, you don't actually own Bitcoin. So that's the main one. You have no freedom or all this advantage of holding Bitcoin, being able to send funds across the world without restriction. And also there is a premium between 10 to 15% on the Bitcoin price. So each time you buy those funds on the market, you have to take into account that you're paying the Bitcoin price 10 to 15% higher than the stock price. So yeah, that's it for the stock market, and you can hold Bitcoin on, well, it's not holding, but you can buy Bitcoin in your Wealthsimple account, and also in your Questrade, PayPal recently said that you can also buy Bitcoin, but yeah, you cannot withdraw them. So yeah, that's the negative part about that.
Awesome. I really love the fact that you, as you broke down the different ways to purchase, that's so, so important, right? And that's why everyone always hear me talk about strategy, 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 because everyone's situation is different, right? And depending on what you're looking to do, right, and what your financial goals are and what you're trying to get out of the cryptocurrency industry, that will determine which direction you should go, right? As you mentioned, which way you want to purchase it, how do you want to store it, how are you going to be using it? But it really just depends on what your specific goals are and what your strategy is. So I love that you mentioned that. I think Charmaine has a question.
I do, yes. And it actually is a follow-on from what I asked Ashley. I know there are more people on the call now, so I'll ask again and just develop the question a little bit further. It relates to doing Bitcoin trading using AI or the bots. More recently, I've heard of something called Bitcoin loophole. I don't know if you guys have heard of it. Where it's supposed to be very lucrative in trading Bitcoin. So perhaps either of you could shed some light on this Bitcoin loophole. Is it an actual platform, or do you have to go through another brokerage or another IO? I'm not sure.
So great question. I personally have not heard of that platform, but what I would recommend is to please, please, please do your research, see how long that company's been around, who's behind it, right? And really get a good understanding of it. The reason I say that, and to be very transparent with you, I've been a part of businesses or organizations where they've done the actual trading for me, specifically for cryptocurrency. And some were good, some were not good, right? And what I've realized is a lot of people are really focused on getting crypto no matter, the means, right? So it's really, really important that if you are going to go that route where, your cryptocurrency, another organization will have access to it and will be doing the trading for you, you have to make sure that you do your research and you have full understanding of that company, understand that they're credible. But for that one in particular, I just have not engaged in it. But like I said, there's lots of different ways to trade, but just keep in mind and see and really start to reflect and see, do you really want to go that route? And if you do, then really start to go out there and research some more.
Yeah, I think in this case, it's not that they're trading for you. They provide the signals. So you're doing the trading, but of course you are putting money onto this platform. So you want to make sure that you're not going to lose this money, So that's why I was asking.
Okay, then that's different then. Yes, definitely getting the alerts. Like I said, I personally am doing that as well, where I'm also getting alerts from robots that are automatically already scanning the markets, right? So I definitely always recommend trade signals are amazing. And if you're brand new to trading, like that's the best thing you could ever do, right? Because most of the time, if you are a part of these trading academies or platforms that are teaching you how to trade, you're paying thousands of dollars to learn. And then when you start to make money, it's usually after the academy is done and you start trading on your own. But if you do have trade alerts, then you can literally start making money from day one and be able to earn some income while you're learning how to do it yourself. So definitely trade signals are great. I know that KWI, we are, of course, have a newsletter that we do different alerts as well for crypto as well as for stocks. So that might be something of interest to you, but definitely, yes, that I do love that idea.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem. Does anybody else have any questions? Feel free to unmute yourself and jump in at any time.
Okay, so I will continue about ways to buy Bitcoin. So the most popular way to buy Bitcoin is through crypto exchanges. So here in Canada, there is 20 plus crypto exchanges. The most popular one are Kraken, ShakePay, Newton, and Coinberry. There are more, but that's the name you're gonna hear the most. Coinbase is the biggest one, but it's based in the United States. And if you compare them to the four I just mentioned, the fees are higher on Coinbase. So yeah, Kraken, ShakePay, Newton, and Coinberry. The pros, the onboarding process is pretty simple for regular users. They are easy to use, so you have access to a mobile app, so you're able to buy and sell pretty easily. most of them you can buy and sell multiple cryptocurrencies, although ShakePay only allows you to buy Bitcoin and Ethereum. So yeah, that might be good for that one. And for me, the way to go for small amounts. So if you're planning to trade a small amount, maybe go for those platforms. And it's really, really important once you buy your Bitcoin or another cryptocurrency, you have to withdraw them in your wallet. That's really important. Don't keep funds on those crypto exchanges, because throughout history, there have been numerous hacks. Me, myself, I've been a victim of empty gox. So between 2012 and 2014, empty gox was the biggest exchange compared to Binance right now. And they've lost 800,000 Bitcoin. Only 200,000 Bitcoin have been recovered since that time. But until this day, customers like myself has not been refunded. So yeah, it's really important. Even if you're trading on those platforms, do not leave your crypto. It's really important. Or if you're going to leave some crypto on those platforms, just leave those you're ready to lose. That's the word people say about that. And so yeah, the cons, fees on the platform, even though they are not that high, they vary all the time. So sometimes you don't know exactly which fee you've paid to buy Bitcoin. If you want to do a big amount, there will be a slippage, and when trading a large amount, there is risk of phishing emails because they are popular exchanges. So every hacker target customers and people that have accounts on those crypto exchanges. Like I said, not your keys, not your Bitcoin. And yeah, for those who really want to know which wallet to use, maybe it can be another subject for Meetup. But yeah, also be cautious with which wallet. If it's a mobile wallet or hardware wallet you're going to use to store your Bitcoin. It's really important.
Perfect. I do see that we had a question from Daniel. Welcome. Is crypto.com a good platform too? Personally, I say yes. I personally do use crypto.com. What's really cool actually about them is they have both a centralized wallet as well as a decentralized wallet, which is really cool. So kind of like how Julien mentioned, talking about platforms, you have to go through the whole KYC, ID verification process with the regular crypto.com app. They do have another version where you actually have the private keys. You don't have to go through that whole ID verification process as well, which is really cool. So they have a little bit of both, but I've personally used both. I'm not sure about yourself, Julien. Have you used crypto.com before?
Me, I've never used it, but yeah, I know some people use it and also have their credit card to spend their Bitcoin. So yeah, it's a good platform for that.
Definitely, yeah, it's pretty cool. You can actually get cash back in their cryptocurrency, which is Crow. So yeah, and I think they actually just launched their desktop version of their platform. So it used to be like only accessible from the crypto.com app, but now if you go to crypto.com/exchange, you can actually access the trading platform from the desktop, which is very, very helpful. But yeah, it's a great platform.
I just saw that BZB raised.
Yeah, sorry, I just had a question based off what he said. So you're saying, like, once you invest your money in whatever XRP, Bitcoin, and then you sell, and the money's in your wallet, you should not leave it in the wallet? Is that what you're saying?
What I'm saying is once you've bought your cryptocurrency, if it's Litecoin or XRP, you don't leave them on the exchange and just withdraw them in your wallet that you have control over the private keys. It's really important because even Binance, all the big crypto exchanges have been hacked throughout the years, and they can be hacked also. So yeah, you don't want to lose your funds.
Okay, I got you. All right, thanks.
Looks like there is another question. From Daniel, just asking, I would like to know, when we say to do our research, what are the main things we need to look for?
There are many things. So yeah, that's another topic, but basically, first step, read the Bitcoin white paper, like to know the spirit of cryptocurrencies. So if other than that, if you want to trade other crypto, you should know about the distribution of the tokens. What is the team? Is it decentralized? What is the mission? Do they give the response to a really big need? So yeah, there's a lot of things to look for. And also, you need to know that since the beginning, so Bitcoin is 12 years old, and yeah, everything went up. All the cryptocurrencies went up in dollar terms, but in Bitcoin terms, the vast majority is going down. So when trading, you have to take into account how much Bitcoin equivalent you have. That's the measure. So maybe close your eyes and don't look on your yield, on your ROE, ARY, no, your return. Don't look over your return in CAD or USD. Just look on your return in Bitcoin terms.
One thing I would like to add to what I like to do personally when I'm looking at crypto, I'm looking at them against BTC. So instead of looking at them against US dollars, so it gives you also a clear idea of like basically if it's better to invest into Bitcoin or invest into other cryptocurrencies.
Definitely.
So yeah.
And just to add to that too, in terms of a resource, I always mention this one, CoinGecko.com is a phenomenal platform, especially for beginners where you want to start to learn about different projects. I'm personally like on it every single day because literally it gives you a list of all the different cryptocurrencies out there. And of course, there's thousands of them. But as soon as you do go to that platform, they actually give you a list of the top 100 cryptocurrencies listed by market capitalization, which is amazing. And so there's a lot of amazing tricks and tips in terms of how to really navigate it, the platform, but there's a lot of great information. And even if, let's say you go on there, you see a cryptocurrency that you're interested in, you can actually get, credible resources in terms of which platform you can go to actually purchase that cryptocurrency, right? So it's definitely a great platform. Maybe one of these Wednesdays, we can definitely do a talk just on that alone, and I can kind of show you and navigate some of the amazing aspects to it, especially that I love to use for sure.
Yeah, I have a question for you, Julien, actually. So with all of those ways to buy Bitcoin, I would like to know what is your favorite one and what is the one that you are using?
Can you repeat the question, please?
Yeah, I would like to know, with all of the strategies that you said to buy Bitcoin, I would be interested to know what is your favorite one. What is the one that you are using?
Okay, so that's my personal opinion. Okay, not
that's
to do with my businesses, but basically, for me, 90% and more of your funds should be in Bitcoin only. Okay, invest in Bitcoin and sleep easy. That's what I always said. And the other portion, you can trade and speculate on altcoins and take risk as you want. But yeah, that's the strategy I have, and that's what I'm doing. And I'm trying to accumulate sats more and more over the years. And what I've noticed is that over the years, it's getting really difficult. The trading is getting more and more difficult because everyone is doing the same strategy, which is when you see, I don't know, a new platform that comes up, basically you already know that if the token goes up too much, the team will dump the token to switch in Bitcoin. Okay, so yeah, so it's getting more and more difficult because everybody wants those Bitcoin, want those sats. So that's why in my strategy over the years I've taken less risk. in order to trade my Bitcoin. But yeah, that's my personal belief.
Yeah, thanks for that. So now just one question about your company, so ValeoX. Just like to know, because I know that some people are really interested in purchasing Bitcoin, but we all have the same issue about like, if we want to invest in a lot of money into Bitcoin, right? We just feel that we're sometimes alone, right? Doing that, we need to create our own wallet and deal with like all of that and take the risk, I would say, by ourselves, right? So I would like to know basically what your company is offering.
Yeah, so ValeoX is a Canadian Bitcoin OTC desk. So in other terms, it's an exchange office. We provide liquidity for high network individuals and also corporations looking to buy or sell Bitcoin. So we offer personalized services to our customers. In other words, trades are done offline, so they're done through messaging app. We're gonna respond to all your questions. We're gonna support you throughout the process, and we're gonna recommend to you which wallet you're gonna use. Is it a mobile app because it's a small amount, or a big amount? If you want to trade a big amount, sometimes we're gonna buy for you a hardware wallet that we will ship to your home. So hardware wallets that are recommended, they are Trezor, Ledger Nano S, and also Code Card. So those are the three main ones, but there's plenty, but those are the three. And yeah, so it's great for trading CAD to Bitcoin. It's not the ideal for trading crypto to crypto. So crypto to crypto, it's better for you to go to an online crypto exchange and to do all your process, and don't forget to withdraw your Bitcoin in your wallet. And like I said, transactions are done by messaging app, and conversion fees are also non-upfront. So, for example, if you're doing a 10,000 trade, you know upfront that your fee will be 2% on the spot price of Priv.com. Priv.com is the website on which I'm gonna send you a screenshot. Okay, this is the amount of Bitcoin you're gonna receive in your wallet directly. And so yeah, that's what we're doing, and we're in business since September 2019, and we've seen a big adoption from corporation a lot, and it's all newbie, it's all new people in the space, and they want support, they want to do the things right, and that's why we're providing this personalized services. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, thank you very much for that. I just want to say, everyone that joined a bit late, it's actually my fault. I'm really sorry. I shared the wrong link. And thanks actually for Daniel to replying on meetups to share the right link. But anyways, everything has been recorded, so you're going to be able to have access to it. I'm going to share it on meetup as well. There is one question from KGP actually, just asking, how do you find out about upcoming crypto projects? And one thing we always suggest is that if you go into our website, I just shared the website right now, we have the newsletter. And the purpose of the newsletter is to provide with different projects with different tips. So we have stocks and crypto. There is actually one newsletter coming out tonight. So if you guys are interested, it would be the good time to join, right? So I think that's pretty much what I had to say. So sorry again for that. I'm going to share the recording. Ashley, your turn.
No problem. So that is a great question. Upcoming cryptocurrency projects. Some of the places that I like to look is definitely doing a lot of research on certain projects that I already like, right? To give you an example, and like I said, of course, you want to do your own research, right? I'm not a financial advisor. I have to put the disclaimer out there. But to give you an example, Polkadot actually has its own ecosystem, right? And they're constantly adopting different cryptocurrencies that are now being able to actually work and be a part of the ecosystem, right? And some of them have their own cryptocurrencies, some do not. So even if, let's say, there's a project that you like, you can, of course, be a part of the Telegram group or the Discord group. And sometimes they'll be talking about different stuff they're launching, or if they're partnering up with another organization or another company that's also going to be launching their own cryptocurrency, that's something you can look into. Another thing you can use, still be very cautious, still please do your research, but if you do go on to coinmarketcap.com, you'll actually see the ICO calendar, which is another thing you can use. But what I will say, if you are going to get into upcoming projects, please, please, please just be careful and understand that getting into new projects does involve it. Like, these are high risk options, right? And not every project is going to be, grow significantly, right? Every project, some have a use case, some of them are just totally random cryptocurrencies, right? And then the other thing as well, when you're getting into new projects, sometimes they may only be available on certain platforms, right? To give an example, there was a cryptocurrency that was like super, super new. And the only way you could access it was using decentralized platforms or decentralized exchanges, right? So give an example would be like Uniswap, right? So Uniswap is a great platform because you don't have to go through the whole KYC process, but you can still buy and sell different cryptocurrencies, but there's a lot of fees attached to it. And if you're really, really new to the space, it can definitely be hard to navigate and understand how to really move things around on that platform. So just keep that in mind. And there are, of course, benefits to it getting in early. And then once it does launch on certain platforms like Binance, Coinbase, and stuff like that, we tend to see a bit of a price jump sometimes. So that can be an upside. But like I said, it's really, really, really high risk. So just be careful of that. So hopefully that helps. I think there's a few questions. So Daniel's asking, to be sure, let's say I trade on Binance and make a profit. The profit, should I transfer to my ledger? I didn't get that part of the wallet, sorry. Did you want to touch on that, Julien?
Yes, what I was saying is that imagine you have Bitcoin on Binance, you've bought Litecoin or XRP. XRP, you should withdraw them in your wallet. So you can have a mobile wallet, go on Google Play or App Store, you can download Trust Wallet. There is also Coinomi. For Bitcoin only, there is Green Wallet and also Mycelium. Or you can also use a hardware wallet. So yeah, that's what I was saying, that you should not leave funds on those centralized exchanges because over time there is risk. So just keep that in mind.
Perfect. And just to add to that as well, I also say that it really depends on how you're using it too, right? If you're going to be like actively trading, right? To give an example, I trade on Binance, right? But it's like, if you're going to be actively trading, you don't want to have funds on there that, you wouldn't want to treat that as your main long-term wallet, right? In terms of just for investing, right? You only want to have funds on there that you're going to be using to actually actively trade, right? So if you're going to just be doing, just buying and selling or just exchanging cryptocurrency just so you can diversify your portfolio, right? Because that's what your strategy is, then that's fine, right? Use it, diversify, and then move those cryptocurrencies onto a safe platform. But if you're actually going to be like day trading, then that's, of course, a different scenario as well. And then I think there's another question for you, Julien, in regards to your opinion on DeFi cryptocurrencies.
So yeah, I've used Uniswap last year, and for me, I found it really amazing. But because of scaling issues of Ethereum, so Ethereum is going to Ethereum 2.0, so it's changing basically their consensus mechanism. They're going from proof of work to proof of stake. So that might be challenging, and so we're gonna see what's going on with that. But yeah, definitely I see a future where you will be able to stake your Bitcoin or another coin and earn interest on that. But for me, it's still early right now. So it's an experimentation for me from right now. It's still early.
And just to add to that, to some of those key points as well, I know I kind of mentioned CoinGecko is a really cool platform. If you actually go to their website, they actually, at the top, you'll see they have something called DeFi. As soon as you click that, it'll actually give you a list of all the different cryptocurrencies that are actually in the DeFi space as well. So if you want to kind of get exposed to some of the different projects in the space, that's a great platform to use. And then there's another platform a little bit more on the advanced side. It's called DeFi Pulse. That one's also really good and has a lot of great information on some of the top DeFi cryptocurrencies, how much money is actually in some of those projects and stuff like that. So it is definitely another great platform as well. But as you're putting together your portfolio, like I always say, diversification is definitely key. But you want to make sure you have your main portfolio together first, right? And Julien, of course, mentioned it, right? You want to make sure you have Bitcoin, of course, as a large part of your portfolio. But definitely, if you do decide to diversify, then you're good as well. I think Busy has a question. I see the hand raised. Let me know if you had a question as well, Busy, or if
Oh no, sorry about that.
Okay, no worries, no worries. Awesome. So I'm just going to open again. If anyone has any questions, oh, I think
I have a question for Julien. Can you guys hear me?
Maybe
Can you
not.
guys hear me? I have a question for Julien. So I was going to ask, in terms of for your company, in terms of taxes, how do you guys handle that? Like if we buy Bitcoin from you, sorry, my data is not. If you have Bitcoin from, if you buy Bitcoin from your organization and I sell off at a point, you guys also handle taxes?
Okay, I didn't hear well the question, but basically people doing trade with us, we provide them statement. So they are able to see at what price they've bought their Bitcoin or sell their Bitcoin. So we're going to provide you a statement that we will be able to give to your accountant.
Okay, and then we would issue that at the point where we sell the Bitcoin, right? Like okay, so I just want to ask, at what point do I do taxes on the Bitcoin value I have? Is it at the point where I sell to fiat, or at the point where I actually buy the Bitcoin? Just a question.
Okay. So this is my understanding. You buy Bitcoin, it's not a taxable event. But when you're gonna buy your Bitcoin for cash, so that's where there is a taxable event, okay? And you have to put it. You have to, in French we say déclarer, but I don't know the word. If you can help me, Bryce. But and also, yeah, another thing is each time you trade your Bitcoin for another cryptocurrency, it's another taxable event. So that may be something you have to take into account. So just register every transaction you're doing and keep them, and you'll be able to give them to your accountant. Did I respond to your question?
Yes, thank you. I said thank you.
Okay, perfect. So awesome. So I do want to say once again, everyone, thank you so much for joining. I know we had a lot of great information. You guys asked some amazing questions as well. If you do want some more information, of course, there's always lots of great stuff on nowealth.ca. And I do want to let everyone know we do have some exciting workshops that are going to be coming up as well. So in regards to cryptocurrency, as well as on stocks and being able to trade and invest as well. So definitely stay tuned. If you're not part of the Telegram group, make sure that you get in touch with us. I believe we're going to drop the link again in the chat. So of course, like I said, definitely make sure you're connected with us. And then at least that we can stay up to date with different workshops and different events that we're going to be doing. I see Daniel's asking any book recommendations to learn more about cryptocurrency in general, or crypto trading, or OTC. Was there a specific area you were looking at? Perfect. And I just dropped the link in the chat as well. So for those that are joining for the first time, definitely connect with us. We do these conversations every 2 weeks, so every other Wednesday, where we have different, of course, amazing topics on cryptocurrency. But in terms of recommendations, like I said, let me know which area specifically, but there's a lot of great podcasts actually that I personally love to listen to. And then in terms of books, there are, I think there's a few, but I think some of the best ones I've seen have been like documentaries. So like Banking on Bitcoin is amazing. It provides a lot of great information, gives you that foundation that you need in terms of learning about the industry. Earn Your Leisure, yes, they do phenomenal stuff as well. And what I'll do is I'll also double check in terms of some of those other podcasts, and I'll let you know as well for some of those. I'm not sure if you guys had some great books as well. You want to add to that?
There is the Bitcoin Standard, but this is for Bitcoin only. And yeah, it's a really great book.
Yeah, I really love this one too. So strongly recommend it.
Yes, definitely, definitely. So those are awesome. And yeah, like I mentioned, if you are joining for the first time, definitely thanks for joining. Like I said, we do these calls every 2 weeks. And then if you're already part of KWI, welcome back. And like I said, these calls will be recorded. So if you missed the beginning, don't worry. It'll be posted on our YouTube channel. So make sure you stay tuned to that. And then, like I said, we have some really exciting workshops that are going to be coming up on cryptocurrency as well as stocks, talking about trading as well as investing. So definitely stay tuned for that. But just want to say thank you, everyone. Thank you, Julien, so much for joining us and really giving a lot of value, a lot of great information as well. So thank you, everyone, and hopefully everyone has a good night. Bye, everyone.
Thank you, Julia.